I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure. I was just going through a lot of medical issues. 49, divorced, single, living alone. It's hard and it's a struggle.
Juanita was referred to our team for diabetic management. The doctor, Dr. Gutierrez, wanted us to find out a way to provide for her medication, how we could provide transportation for her to come to her follow-ups. And so when I first approached her and I introduced myself and the team and how we would work with her, she was not receptive at all.
The first thing she told me, she's like, I've done things like this before and I've never liked anybody, so I don't see this going any different. So then I was like, okay, well, I hope we can change that.
Up front, she didn't like me. Just overall distrust of individuals.
Now it's completely different.
They treat me like a human being, not just a person with medical problems, medical issues, but a real human being with real feelings.
A big factor in her care is that we are taking care of the behavioral side of it, not just the medical. And that's what makes Sammy Rogers different, is that we make sure to touch base on every little need the patient has.
It's very important that I have a great relationship with my clients. If that's not there, that therapeutic alliance is just broken.
I was going through a situation, I was talking to Michael, my therapist, and I was going through a situation at home with my youngest son. We were in an argument and I ended up being in KU psych ward. They contacted him and he contacted me. He talked me through it. Who does that? But people who care. No other center, no other clinic is like Sammy Rogers. They provide transportation for me to and from.
Her attitude on life is so different. She's more approachable, she has more hope. She feels that way for a reason, and it's because we've been able to be successful in her own personal goals. There are things that she's determined and she's accomplished them.
I was sitting in Denai's office and she said, I got good news for you. And I said, what is it? And she said, we're teaming up with Harvesters for a food pantry. That helps me out a lot in between when I can afford to purchase food. They take care of me.
I think with Sammy Rogers is that we're very dynamic. We meet the person where they're at, especially within our team. We try to think outside the box.
I wouldn't have the quality health care that I have today if it wasn't for Sammy Rogers and their staff.
I want to provide the best health care that there is, and that means the whole person, not just here's a prescription, because there's more to that person than just their diagnosis. It's so much more.
It's just not my diabetes they address. They address my mental health issues, everything that concerns the whole Juanita.
When you have a community that supports you and a culture that's also indicative of the change that you want to make, you can change the way you're living and get better health.
They never forced their opinions or criticized me for my problems. They just attended to them. They're not just doctors, they're not just a care coordinator, they're people, human beings who can relate to me.